Welcome back. It's March 4th, 2025. Just a couple days ago at the Oscars, Whoopi Goldberg showed off about a 100-pound weight loss at the Academy Awards. What she said, I weighed almost 300 pounds when I made Till. That's a 2022 docudrama movie. A woman thought I was wearing a fat suit. Since then, she said, I've almost lost two people's worth of weight. Click like if that's something you're into. In interviews, Whoopi had one overarching message. Maybe the key is to stop judging everybody. Maybe that's the key. So, a little fun fact for you, her real name is Karen Johnson, her birth name. And in this video, I'm going to cover how you can relate to her story, how Mounjaro, the weight loss injection, supports her weight loss, why we need more compassion versus the stigma of weight loss versus weight loss medications, and the funny story of how she got her nickname. Let's get into it. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching. These are the core values: ownership, compassion, adaptive, science-based, engaging. See if you can find these values throughout this story. Compassion is a big one, especially when I cover these celebrity weight loss stories, making engaging content. So you want to understand it and relate it to your life. You understand how you can make the change you want, take ownership of the confident, healthy lifestyle that you want. So see if you can relate to what Whoopi was saying. You're living your life and you're doing what you need to do. And that's the last thing you're thinking about because you've got other stuff on your mind. She's talking about health habits, staying on track of healthy eating, exercise, staying in shape, all that stuff. If you need help with that, I've got coaching and healthy eating programs linked below. We can talk about that later. Let's stay on this Whoopi topic. I had taken all these steroids. I was on all this stuff. And one of the things that helped me to drop the weight is Mounjaro. That's what I use. Now, this is a big revelation for some, and it's always been controversial in terms of celebrity weight loss stories. I've covered a lot of them on my channel. I'll put a link to the playlist below. But what she was saying, she used it to help recover from her weight gain related to steroids. Now, why she had that, she had a serious case of pneumonia affecting both lungs, 30% chance of dying, and then sepsis. So she had a serious health condition. When it comes to using compassion and celebrity bodies, anyone's body in general, you never know what's causing someone's physical changes. So I always emphasize that you don't know what someone's going through. Usually you want to limit the commentary on people's bodies because you don't know their experience, what's happening to them, etc. So that's a big thing for Whoopi here. I've covered it. Sarah Huckabee Sanders lost a lot of weight, but it was related to her cancer diagnosis and symptoms. So it's one of those things where if you don't know someone, and even if you do, you probably shouldn't be commenting on their body. So compassion, key, core value. You want to stay focused on that. Using Mounjaro, Whoopi's using Mounjaro, but her likeness is being used without her permission for a weight loss drug, and they're moving her mouth using deep fake technology. So that's something to look out for. She mentioned that even though she is using Mounjaro, she's being promoted in another weight loss scam that is nothing to do with what she's actually doing. She said, I don't know what it is. I had nothing to do with it, and I don't want y'all thinking this is coming from me. So let's go back to her Mounjaro use. She first really revealed that she used it in March 2024 during a conversation on The View about Oprah Winfrey's special Shame, Blame, and the Weight Loss Revolution. I'll put that one at the end of this video. But I talked about that, where this was big news when Oprah had a TV special talking about the stigma of weight loss medications and brought on some experts and really acknowledged that people are finding support that they need in these medications, and we should be more kind and compassionate to people on their own health journey, which is a big message for me. All right, Mounjaro is an injectable weight loss drug that's FDA approved for the treatment of type 2 diabetes, but is often used in off-label weight management. So that's similar to Ozempic. You hear a lot of stories about that. That is semaglutide. Mounjaro is tirzepatide. They're similar, but different. I have a quick overview of how it works here. So this is a GLP-1 receptor agonist. That's the semaglutide. And then tirzepatide, Mounjaro does both. Also a glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide receptor agonist. So these are an overview of the effects. Basically, the big things, they slow your gastric emptying and they decrease your appetite. Those are two of the big things. So you feel less hungry and you don't have that experience of food noise or feeling hungry, and you're able to make healthier decisions with your food. You don't overeat as much because you don't feel the urge to eat as much food. So that's an overview of what tirzepatide does. talk a little bit more about Whoopi. So on a Kelly Clarkson show in 2024, Goldberg called Mounjaro a wonderful little shot that works for folks who need some help, adding it's been really good for me. I think it's very hard for people to just know what a normal weight would be. This comes up a lot when people are trying to figure out their health journey. They're not sure what it looks like. They don't. We don't get a lot of images of what a healthy body looks like because usually when you see people on the red carpet or in magazines or in movies, they're in the best shape of their lives and they've got all kinds of unrealistic body expectations or exceptional bodies or maybe even photo editing to help them look that way. And then you don't really have an understanding of what normal looks like. So this is an interesting point for Whoopi to point out. And I think it's something that we should consider socially. Goldberg had one overarching message. I talked about this earlier. Key is to stop judging everybody. Let people do what they got to do to take care of their health. She felt people who gain weight are often met with criticism. Everyone has something to say, but no one said, "How you doing?" because it involves so many other things. We got to remember, especially celebrities, these are people too, and the people around us. We don't know what they're going through. Some other people that you might be slandering weight loss drugs or saying your opinion unsolicited. You don't know what medications people around you are taking too. So keep that in mind. Whoopi comes back to say Kelly Clarkson is getting backlash over this from people who say she's previously claimed she was losing weight by walking. A lot of people are taking this shot because they need it. Some people's bodies need jump starting. Some have diabetes. There's lots of reasons. She has been walking, but this helped. Kelly Clarkson, I covered her in a story last year about her weight loss journey. She initially just said she was losing weight without taking any medications, but later she said she did. And that's confusing, mixed messaging, potentially telling stories. However, the stigma is so strong about this that people don't feel comfortable talking about these kinds of things in all cases. But the main point is people might need that extra support when it comes to their health changes so they can break habits and patterns and work with their biology and their doctor to understand what they need to do to take ownership of it. And then what Whoopi says next, or in a different interview, people had problems with Clarkson's weight when she was at her heaviest, questioned her when she had slimmed down, and then disapproved when she revealed that she had been taking medications. And this is something that really bothers me in terms of compassion for others and what's going on with their lives. Because what happens is they're getting judged no matter what happens. You hear these stories. Moms face this a lot too, where oh, you're too big, and then you lose weight some way, and then oh, now you're too skinny. You must be using Ozempic. And then if you say that you're using Ozempic, people will be further like, oh my God, you use Ozempic, you're cheating. So it's not really fair to do that, and I don't think it's anyone's business in the first place. I think people got to do what they got to do with their health team to get the results that they want, to lead the life that they want. So this is something else to point out. What Whoopi said next, we have to let people do what they need to do to get where they need to get. And I agree with that. And that's all about taking ownership of leading the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. And I've covered this when we were talking about Jessica Simpson's weight loss. Is the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams judging celebrity weight loss stories and how they did it? Probably not. It's probably about doing what you need to do to have the body you want, the energy you want, confidence, to wear the clothes that you like, all that stuff. So leave a comment below. Do you agree on Whoopi's overarching message that we just need to let people do what they want, lead the life they want, what makes them feel good, what their health team, what their doctor says is best for them? Maybe the key is to stop judging everybody. All right. If you're living your life and you're doing what you need to do, but that seems to always, forget about your health or healthy eating or staying in shape, and it ends up being the last thing you're thinking about because you've got other stuff on your mind, I invite you to think differently. I've got the guilt-free game plan, and it's based on the premise, what does the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams look like? Instead of worrying about what other people are doing with their lives, you can focus on what feels right for you and your body and life that you want to live. So take a moment to consider what the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams look like. I talk about that a lot. And the guilt-free game plan is the most compassionate way to build that. Build your self-control so you lose weight without all or nothing diets. It's based on the life that you want to live. That's linked below. You can book a call. We can talk about what you want, what you tried, and how I can help. Right. And then, as promised, how she got the stage name Whoopi. The 2006 interview, she revealed when you're performing on stage, you never really have time to go into the bathroom and close the door. So if you get a little gassy, you've got to let it go. So people used to say to me, "You're like a whoopee cushion," and that's where the name came from. Interesting. That's like a rugby nickname if I've ever heard one, but there you go. As promised at the beginning, let me know in the comments what you think. Click like, subscribe if you like this kind of content. And next, you can watch Oprah's weight loss special, Guilt Free Coach Reacts, Shame, Blame, and the Weight Loss Revolution. And my recap about how we need more compassion for these weight loss medications based on that Oprah special about a year ago. So that's today's message. As always, keep practicing. Peace.